Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my most used products for my wavy hair. So I have quite a few here, and a lot of these aren't really recent favorites because they're products I've used the most of. So I do have other recommendation videos, and I'm going to do more updated ones in the next couple months. So if I'm not mentioning products I've used a lot recently, that's why. These are ones that have more of a dent taken out of them. They're tried and true products I've loved for a really long time. There's some things that I don't have to share that I might think of and mention throughout the video that I've gone through, and I'll put a picture on the screen to show you guys what they look like and stuff, but these are like the ones that I still have bottles of. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. If you're new, I'd love if you consider subscribing. I do lots of wavy curly content on this channel, and I also do some random vlogs every now and then. But mostly these days we're doing hair content. So let's get into it. Obviously, you guys probably know this. These are going to be really repetitive if you watched a lot of my videos. Let's start out with one that I haven't talked about quite as much, but I have almost gone through this entire bottle now at this point. This is by the brand The Innate Life. I've talked about them before. I've worked with them before on my channel. Really great natural brand that isn't too pricey. This is their Rosemary scalp treatment. It is an oil and it has lots of really good ingredients in here. This is great for hair growth. At this point, I'm using this pretty much every time on my wash days. I will massage this all over into my scalp and let it sit on my hair before I go in and shampoo and condition. And I do feel like my hair has been growing so much, and I know that rosemary is great for hair growth. So it has this dropper for the oil, so it's really easy to apply to your scalp, and I've just been obsessed. I've been using it constantly. For masks, I just have one here because the other two masks that I used a lot I already used up. So I used my Prose hair mask a lot. I really liked the texture of that one. If you haven't heard of Prose, it's a brand that does like personalized products, so everyone's going to be different, so keep that in mind. Another hair mask that you guys know I've talked about on my channel a lot, but probably not in a while, the Shea Moisture Protein Yogurt and Manuka Mask. That one I finished up a bit ago. I talked about it in my empties video. I need to repurchase that one because it is my favorite protein treatment. But I do have a lot of masks to get through, and this one is my other favorite. I discovered it a little bit after those, but I have talked about this one a lot, like a while ago already. Right now, it's one of my favorite moisturizing masks. The Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Avocado and Kiwi Mega Moisture Superfood Mask. Super long name, but this one is so good. It literally smells like kiwi candy. And I am getting close to done with this one because I use it so much. Every once in a while, if my hair is really struggling, I will even use this one in place of a conditioner, but most of the time it's a pre-shampoo mask that I use it for, which, by the way, I just uploaded a short this week on my channel showing you guys like my masking routine, and I used the Coco and Eve mask in that video. I really have been loving that one, but I haven't had it as long to be able to talk about it as like my most used products. So anyways, I always talk so long in these videos. I need to like speed it up and give shorter just like reviews of the products, I guess. Okay, I'm going to talk about leave-ins next. I've used a lot of different leave-ins. For some reason, a leave-in conditioner is just like such a staple product to me, and I just feel like it's such a great way to add a little bit of extra moisture back into your hair after you've like rinsed all your conditioner out. And I think it's also a great option to use instead of a curl cream for someone with more fine hair. It's a really great option to do like a light spray leave-in and then add like a gel into your hair instead of using a curl cream, because that can be a little bit heavy on people with fine hair. But anyways, we're not going to get into techniques and all of that. These are the leave-ins I've used the most throughout the life of my hair. We'll talk about one that I don't really use too much anymore, but I used it so much back when I started my curly wavy journey, and I still do really like it. I think it's a great option. The Verb Curl Leave-In Conditioner. This one comes in like a little squeezy bottle. It's not a spray leave-in, but it has a thinner texture and consistency, so it's going to be a lot more lightweight on your hair than a couple of the others I have here to talk about. This one is really great if you want that kind of in between, not too light, not too heavy. Another one that is sort of a similar texture to this one, but maybe a little bit thinner because it does come in a spray bottle, and I've already gone through a bottle of that. Haven't repurchased it because I have so many products. The Briogeo leave-in conditioner, that one is really great as well. I think this one is going to be a little bit more affordable though for something you can find at Sephora, but some people do prefer the ease of use of a spray. But I do think this one is a really good option. And then speaking of spray leave-ins, you guys, this is probably my most talked about leave-in. Back when I was first starting to do these videos on my channel, I talked about this all the time because it's just such a great option for all hair types. And it's one of my personal favorites and most used, the Kristin S Weightless Shine leave-in conditioner. And this one I believe has been repackaged since I bought it, and it now comes in a white bottle instead of this kind of like sheer. This is obviously white, but it's like a sheer see-through bottle where you can see more easily how much product you have. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about that because it's nice to be able to see how much product you have left. But I do really like the opaque white packaging as well, just so you guys know it looks a little bit different than this now. But this one is like a watery kind of leave-in. It's very lightweight, but it's perfect for all hair types because it's still really hydrating. It's great for detangling. I'll use this sometimes on dry hair to detangle when I don't feel like brushing it out in the shower. I've done that already. So this is just a really great multi-purpose leave-in, and a lot of you guys have bought this because of me and ended up loving it. So that was really good to hear. I'm so glad that so many of you guys love this one. And then one that I really love, but for some reason haven't used this in a while, and I think it just got pushed back in my cabinet and I kept forgetting about it. But I have gone through phases where I don't use any other leave-in besides this one. This is the Hairitage Strength Training Leave-In Conditioner Pudding. Hairitage is such a great affordable brand. All of their products are scented the same though, so if you don't like the scent, that's something that's a little bit of like an off-putting thing for some people, but it's just like a warm kind of vanilla cherry scent. I think it smells really good. It might not be for everyone, so keep that in mind, but it is an affordable brand. So if you want to try one product and just see how you feel about it, I think it's definitely worth it. And the leave-in is probably my favorite product from the line because it just is such a beautiful texture. It's almost like a light cream, but it doesn't have like the hold really that a curl cream does. It's more like for moisture, and it does have protein in here, so I think that's part of why it's called the Strength Training Leave-In. So if you need a good protein treatment, but it's not like it ever gave my hair a protein overload, it just has like the right amount, I feel like. So definitely one of my favorites. And then another one that I have talked about quite a bit. This one is kind of more like a little goes a long way because of the type of product it is. It's the Kinky Curly Not Today Leave-In / Detangler. It doesn't look like I've used that much, but this one, like I said, a little goes a long way with it. And I do like the texture of it. It's very interesting. It's almost like a jelly / a like foamy cream. It's so interesting. I can't really describe it, but I think this one is a really good option. You can easily find it at Target, and it's definitely one of my favorite like cream leave-ins that doesn't come in a spray bottle. I kind of differentiate like that, but those are my most used leave-ins. For gels, you guys, this is going to be so easy for you to pick out if you've seen my videos. These are like the only two gels I use basically at this point. The first one, I'm pretty much completely out of this. I have like one use left in here. This is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk gel. This one is definitely more affordable than the other option, and they do have a stronghold version if you want something that's like really intense, but this one is like a pretty good medium to strong hold, and it does leave a little bit of a cast like you want a gel to do, but it never like feels too heavy or intense on my hair. So this one I do really like for an affordable option especially, but this one has become my favorite gel. At this point, I can't live without it. It is the Curlsmith Hydro Style Flexi Jelly, and I think the reason I like this one a little bit more is because it has just a little bit better hold, but then it also has this really hydrating, balmy kind of texture and feel to it. It's a little bit of a milky looking product. It's not a completely clear gel, and I think there is that moisturizing aspect to it, but it never weighs the hair down. It's just the right amount, and it does have really good hold. It's just everything that I want a gel to do, this gel does. It always gives me beautiful wash day results whenever I use this product. So I highly recommend this gel. If you don't mind going to Sephora or something, I think Curlsmith has great products in general, but this is just like a standout product for me. Let's take a break from the styler section and talk about some shampoos and conditioners, because these again are going to be a little bit repetitive, but that's how you know they're my favorites. This shampoo is basically empty. I have like one use left in here. I've been saying that for the last 3 uses, but somehow there's always a little more that comes out. This is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Care Shampoo. The Not Your Mother's Curl Talk has become probably the most popular line of curl products at the drugstore, which I think is for good reason. Like, it's obviously gotten popular because it's easily accessible everywhere basically, and they're really good products and they work for a lot of different hair types. So this shampoo, I'm holding it upside down because I don't want the product to seep back to the bottom, but basically it's just the perfect amount of lather and cleanse, but it doesn't strip or dry your hair out. It doesn't make my hair have like that webby feeling, but it really, really cleans really well so that you don't have any buildup on your scalp, and also somehow adds this really nice kind of like voluminous aspect to your roots. Like, it just adds more volume in my hair, I find, than some shampoos do. So this is one that I'll have to repurchase. It's just probably at this point my favorite shampoo, which is wild because I didn't try this until the India Batson routine, which if you guys haven't checked that out, I did a whole video where I tried out India Batson's hair routine. I also tried out Kathleen Light's hair routine. If you guys want to watch those, I'll try to remember to link them in the cards or in the description box, but I discovered it in that video and it slowly made its way to the top of my shampoo list. So, and then another set that I really, really love is from Playa. This is their everyday shampoo, and then the supernatural conditioner is the one that goes with this. And I've already gone through the conditioner. I talked about it so many times in the past, how much I loved that product, and I will repurchase it at some point, but right now I'm just trying to get through some more hair products because I have so many. Even after doing declutters, I still have so many products, and I'm getting more from brands, and then also like doing review videos. I just picked up a curl line from a brand to do a video on, so it's a lot and I need to get through some of my products, but I would definitely recommend this shampoo and conditioner from Playa, especially the conditioner like I said. But this shampoo is a really nice, lightweight, but still cleansing shampoo. If you want something a little bit more affordable, the Pacifica Pineapple Curls shampoo and conditioner are a great option as well, but those are just a slight bit heavier or more moisturizing. They're not too intense for my hair, but I know if you have really fine hair, you might prefer the Playa because they're slightly similar, but they have a more lightweight texture to them. So I really appreciate that about these products, and I do think Playa is a brand worth checking out. It has really aesthetic packaging too, and I just think it's so nice. But the other shampoo and conditioner set that I've used the heck out of are the Umberto Giannini Curl Jelly Care. I just recently picked up the curl scrunching jelly from this line finally, and I've been using it and really loving it, but I haven't had it very long. So I've only used it a few times, but the conditioner and the shampoo, something about this combo, I will still use this conditioner even when I don't use the shampoo, but I do really like to use them together as well. I don't have too much taken out of this shampoo because a little goes such a long way. This is such an interesting texture. It really is very thick, and like the product needs to be broken down with water. There's something about it, it's so interesting. If you just put it straight onto your hands and you don't have enough water when you're putting this product into your hair, it's gonna feel almost like a glue. But don't let that turn you off, because once you add enough water to this shampoo, it becomes the most beautiful, creamy, thick lather, and it cleanses your hair so, so well. Something about using this and then using the conditioner afterwards is just such an absolutely beautiful combo. And like I said, I will use this conditioner regardless, no matter what. It is more on the lightweight, balmy side, so I think it is really great for all hair types, especially if you have more fine hair, but it still hydrates the hair really well, so I really like it, even though I tend to like a little bit thicker conditioners. This one is the perfect in between, and I'm literally almost out of it. I have like this much product left at the bottom, and it's just such a good one. Highly, highly recommend, especially like I know I said I really love the Playa conditioner, and I do, but this one is more affordable and it's literally so good. So obviously the packaging is like bright pink, but if you don't care about that, I mean, that's a really good option. And then we just have a few more styling products and then oils, and then we're done here. So I know this video is going to be longer than I planned, but that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, I just had to get up and hit record on my camera again. The legs are going up on the chair. I've had so much caffeine, you guys. I'm shaking at this point. I do not know why I'm still drinking coffee, but here we are. Easily my most used mousse ever because it's actually one of the only mousses I have, but that's because I love this one so much. I have basically zero need to go find more. This is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Mousse, another product from the Curl Talk line. It's a trend here. I love them so much, but this mousse is the perfect texture that I want a mousse to be. It adds a really nice hold. It clumps your hair really nicely too if that's what you're going for, but you can also kind of do more of a separated look if you want. Like I really love to switch it up based on the amount of volume that I want, and I will show you guys kind of like my updated hair routine before too long here. While you're waiting for that, I do have an affordable hair care routine that is focused kind of on beginners, but it's a really quick video to watch and it has been taking off a little bit lately. So that is like my most recent sort of hair routine video, but it's not like specifically my hair routine. I'm gonna do an updated one, like I said. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Just wanted to talk about this because I couldn't do this video without. It's definitely one of my most used styling products. Okay. And then the two creams, you guys are gonna know one of these like immediately. It's actually probably my most talked about, not only curl and hair product on my channel, but probably the most talked about product on my channel in general, the Briogeo Curl Charisma Cream. This one has some protein in it, but it's not too much. It has really nice moisture. It adds a little bit of hold, but this one isn't really for hold. It's more just like a nice cream that I can layer with other products, or I use it on its own if I want like a really simple wash day where I don't have a lot of product in my hair. I have so many videos talking about that, but recently the cream that I have also been loving is the JVN Complete Air Dry Cream. This one is so beautiful because it has a little bit more hold than the Briogeo one, so I can use it as a one and done styler, and it's literally beautiful. I feel like no other product is such a perfect one and done as this one, so I highly recommend checking this out. It has a lot of really good reviews on Sephora, and I understand why. I think it's great for a lot of different hair types, and I don't even think you necessarily have to have curly wavy hair for this. Like it could be used for any hair type just as a really nice cream styling product. So I've said before, I do want to try more from the JVN brand, but I just haven't picked more up yet. Next we have oils, and this was like very easy for me to pick out because even though I have a lot of oils that I really love, these are definitely the most used out of my collection. And the first one is one that I don't use that much anymore these days, partially because the pump on this is broken and partially because it is a little bit of a thicker oil than what I tend to go for recently. This is the Verb Ghost Oil. I still think this is such a good oil. It's very similar in texture to the Day Prickly Pear Hair Oil, which I also have, and I really like that one too, but this one is more affordable. At one point, it was the only hair oil I was using and I had before I really built up this collection of products. This was definitely a very much loved product in my collection, and I still recommend it to you guys, but there are slightly more lightweight options that I go for more nowadays, and there are definitely affordable ones that I could recommend, but I would be lying if I said that these weren't the most used. So for a while, this is kind of what took me off of the Verb Ghost Oil train because I discovered this hair oil from Prose. Now, again, this is personalized products, so keep that in mind. Not everyone's going to be the same. This is just my hair oil, but I use this so much for such a long time. All of 2021, this was my most used oil, which I definitely used others, but this one is just the perfect texture for me. This is still definitely one of my favorites. I go for it a lot still. It might be like one that I go back to the most, even though I have like different ones I use. This is one I always go back to. But recently, in the last year, I've been using the Bread Hair Oil a ton, and it doesn't look like I've used that much, but a little of this does go a long way, and it's kind of hard to get the product out in this specific packaging. They have new packaging now for it, so definitely check that out if you would prefer a different packaging. It's like a squeeze dropper instead of this kind of like hole at the top where you have to like shake it out, and it's a little bit inconvenient. So I don't end up using as much of this, but I still use it a ton. It's kind of like the Verb was my 2020 oil, and then the Prose was my 2021 oil, and then Bread was my 2022 oil. So it's kind of funny, but like I said, I've used other oils in between there a lot, but these are the ones I use the most, the ones I go back to the most, so definitely couldn't not talk about those. Okay, those are my most used hair products. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I know those were super repetitive, but I will do more updated product recommendation videos in the future, and I think I'm gonna end up trying more products this year than I did last year. Last year was just a super crazy year, like so much going on. Like my summer was so busy and I just didn't get as much content done as I wanted to, and so I wasn't buying as much, I wasn't receiving as much in PR. So yeah, hopefully we can do better this year. But let me know what other hair videos you want to see from me. I definitely have my schedule like a little bit planned out right now, which is really exciting because a lot of the time I'm just stumped for ideas. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, all that good stuff. My Instagram and my TikTok and all of that is linked down below in the description box. And I will see you guys next time.